NFL 24. And we've got the Vikings, reigning league MVP. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Vikings and the Giants on Sunday Night Primetime.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Viking offense making out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Yeah, ready? Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And incomplete to open things up. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Giants! Michael Gallup, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
You talk about this Giant defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Up the middle with Barkley. Nice move. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 in the first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Reload. Reload.
They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands though.
Yeah.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Hey, check that.
They'll start with the option. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
42 yards rushing for him now, his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That's caught once again by Gallup. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Barkley, inside handoff. Barkley hit in the ball, cuts free, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Roberts. call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That is incomplete. The Vikings at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
That's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he's caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now out come the Giants. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And here's Ryan right now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught down inside the 10. Well, he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Barkley will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. Nice job of polishing off that drive.
Does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the gun now on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive to add to their lead should they so choose.
Okay, ready? Hey!
Come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this one incomplete. pressure got, he released it, and it's second down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate because that one was well overhead.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards here. They'll come to the leading only instigate here. The air here on 3rd and short throw going to be caught by Waller. No gain on the play there, and that'll bring up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but the idea of a pass supposed to mean yielding gain yards.
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right. Lost yardage.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here we go.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you get multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Vikings.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Left thing, 19. Ready.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Got it. Ready? Bronco switch. Bronco check. Panther. Roll.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Justin Herbert, a strong performance there advancing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks with an important win as they keep pace in the playoff picture and get their record up to 6-4 with the win. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Both teams making their final adjustment for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
79 Broncos! Alert! Alert!
A handoff, Barkley running left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly.
Holding, receiving team.
Why are we doing this?
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Vikings get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 6. They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings us 2nd and 10.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
65 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. The quarterback will keep it himself, and he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up to throw. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. 7 yards there and a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And fights through one man. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 75 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go to Barkley, and he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
Oh, and this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Complete. Jefferson the target. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Giants. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tight
As we speak.
Points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor, and that time, well for a second game.
The 2nd down and 10 third knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today.
There he goes left side. And bulldozing his way through. Darren Waller. Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And out now come the Vikings. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Addison hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is caught by Addison. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 39.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Cook able to escape. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, on presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And this is taken at the 23. Dancing away at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 5, 2:16 to play. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
He's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Good work there. Hold them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So the 2nd half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So now all eyes shift to the Giants, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 40 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw. And he's got Pierce. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. Covered by Byron Murphy.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
The handoff to Barkley. Escaping a tackler at the 25. Still going. He takes it across for the touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Elliott on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because you both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Giants, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.